Welcome back. It's Dynasty Mirror Search for Uhuru. Guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button as you enter the chat room if you're not a subscriber. Something interesting, a story came across my, was posted on my timeline today, my Facebook timeline. And it's in regards to an LAPD police officer. His name is, let me pull up his name real quick. His name is Mambasse Koulabalo Patara. Now, Mambasse Koulabalo Patara is under investigation, I guess, for smuggling illegal immigrants across the Mexican border into America. Mambasse Koulabalo Patara is a Black police officer. You know, and I've done several videos on how it's pretty much a wrap for Black people in LA, for the most part, California, and how Black people in LA, specifically our politicians and our entertainers, so-called entertainers, how they go so hard for everybody but Black people. And let me play the story for you. Let me go ahead and play the story for you guys. Let me share the screen. And this is the mentality of what we're dealing with, not only in LA, but in California in general when it comes to Black people.
Information about an LAPD officer charged with smuggling undocumented immigrants here in San Diego. It happened at the Border Patrol checkpoint in Campo on Tuesday. The 42-year-old officer was charged in federal court today. And that's where we find 10 News reporter Jennifer De La Cruz. Jen, this wasn't the only incident at that same checkpoint this week.
Yeah, Lindsay, it's been a busy week for Border Patrol agents at the Campo checkpoint. On Tuesday, 3 people were hurt while running from agents from that checkpoint. Just hours later, that LAPD officer and his 2 passengers were put in handcuffs. Agents say 42-year-old LAPD officer Mambasse Koulabalo Patara pulled up to the Campo checkpoint just after midnight on Tuesday. According to the formal complaint, he had 2 passengers in his car, German Ramirez and Fermin Lopez. Both of them claimed to be U.S. citizens traveling from the Golden Acorn Casino. Patara told agents he was an LAPD officer, showed them his ID card. Agents say Patara was visibly nervous and even shaking. They were directed to secondary inspection, where agents determined both Lopez and Ramirez were Mexican citizens and were here illegally. Agents also seized the officer's weapon he was carrying on his waist, arrested shortly after. Later that day, 3 people were hurt riding in a car that crashed during a high-speed chase from that same checkpoint. The 18-year-old driver sped off after agents tried to do a secondary inspection. He had 3 men in his trunk. The car crashed after he lost control, overturning down an embankment. 3 people were taken to the hospital.
And if that officer is found guilty, he could face up to 5 years in prison. At this point, no word on how long he's been with the department or how long his passengers had been in the country illegally. The officer is due back in court on Monday. Reporting live downtown, Jennifer De La Cruz, 10 News.
Now, this sums up why it's a wrap for Black people in LA.
6:35, local students will be returning to class today.
I mean, we will risk it all for everybody but ourselves. Risk it all. I don't get it. I mean, he couldn't smuggle in any illegal Africans. I mean, and again, Maxine Waters, Kamala Harris. And see, what's crazy, I guarantee you, Maxine or Kamala are not going to help this guy out. Guarantee you. In fact, I guarantee you, I mean, it's been documented, they will go harder. Maxine, Kamala Harris, they will defend non-Black illegal immigrants when they commit crimes versus Black citizens in LA when we commit crimes. They will go so hard for non-black felons, non-black illegal immigrant felons than they would black citizens, descendants of the slave trade. I mean, this is crazy. Smuggling in, I mean, shit. Yeah, he's about to be the sacrificial lamb. I mean, hell, the ones from they could fly into, hey, here we go, straight shooter Willie Beeman. The Africans could fly into Brazil, come up that way, and then he could meet them at the border. meet them in Mexico at the border and smuggle them in. There we go. Let me be clear. But again, this is the issue. Okay, it's so bad it's funny. That's what I'm saying. But this is the mentality when you're dealing with a lot of black people in LA. They will go harder for everything else but themselves. I mean, this is the black and brown coalition. We're going harder for the brown than the brown is going for the black. Exactly. The problem is that some of our people are more concerned about everybody else except their own. Absolutely. And this is proof. And again, this sums up why it's a wrap for black people in LA. Charles, am I wrong? Charles, how do you feel about the situation for black people in LA currently? Especially after incidents like this. I mean, none of your black politicians are pushing any type of black initiative that's worthwhile, even at all. It's all about protecting non-black illegal immigrants. It's all about feminism, and it's all about LGBTQ. That's all. That's it. If you're just a normal working class black person in LA, they're not going to speak for you. They could care less. You have Skid Row, highest homeless population in America, majority black. They won't speak on that at all. And it's embarrassing if you ever been to Skid Row. All right. They won't speak on that. Everybody, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Thank you for the super chats. But they will go harder for non-black illegal aliens than they will for black people. You know, I always bring up the Skid Row situation. You know, I used to have an outreach program. I used to feed the homeless on Skid Row. And it's amazing how this is just overlooked or swept under the rug by the politicians in LA. It's crazy. Like, they'll speak on everything else. They'll talk about Trump, illegal immigration, you know, sanctuary city status. But for some reason, they avoid Skid Row. They completely avoid it. They will not speak on Skid Row, which is crazy. It's really weird because it's right there in your face. But they will completely ignore it. Like, when you go to the fashion district, if you just go like 3 blocks south from the fashion district, I'm sorry, east, like 3 blocks east, 3-4 blocks east from the fashion district. I used to stay on 9th in where did I stay when I was in I used to stay in the fashion district when I lived in LA. I stayed off of they're called the Textile Mill Loss. Brian Cole. Brian, when you coming on the show, man? When you coming on the show, Brian? But anyway, literally, if you're at the fashion district, okay, in LA, and if you go 4 blocks, that would be east of the fashion district, you'll run right into it, and it's amazing. It's the worst I've ever seen. I mean, I would say that is a major crisis that is just being ignored, that they don't want to talk about. No one in LA wants to touch it for some reason. And it's nothing but us out there. Nothing but black people. I mean, you have a high housing crisis. I mean, this is what you have on Skid Row. You have a drug crisis, housing crisis, mental health crisis, all in one. Right there in LA. Man, straight shooter. DC has nothing on Skid Row. Skid Row is by far the worst I've ever seen anywhere on this planet. Everywhere I've traveled, Skid Row is the worst. Charles, you have a point, man. Why? How can black people have power in Los Angeles when there are not really any all black areas anymore? I mean, now let me ask you this: has Leimert Park in those areas, have they completely gentrified yet? Because I mean, you have Leimert Park, and then you have Baldwin Hills. Has Baldwin Hills completely gentrified yet? And then you have what's the other neighborhood? Ladera Heights. Has Ladera Heights has it completely gentrified yet? Those are the main three black areas that I know of. Leimert Park, Baldwin Hills, and Ladera Heights. Those are the main areas. I haven't been to LA since 2014. But if it's anything like here in Atlanta, I probably won't even notice it when I go. Yeah, Brooklyn, it's a wrap in Brooklyn. And the thing is, Charles, you had all this money, all this black money come through LA, man, and none of it, none of it was really invested or circulated within the black community. Compton is gentrified. I mean, the South Central LA, Compton, Inglewood, pretty much. I know for a fact, Compton, Watts, South Central LA, for a fact, is probably predominantly Hispanic now. Yeah, and you're right. And Skid Row is probably a Vine Show. What's up, a Vine Show? I see you. What's up, Phil? Everybody, shout out to Phil from the Vine Show. But yeah, and you're right. Skid Row is probably a mile of even that from Staples Center. It's crazy, but nah, bro. There's not a Skid Row in every major American city, man. Skid Row is unique in itself. Unique in itself. But everybody, I just wanted to share that with you guys. How it's pretty much a wrap for black people in LA. Pretty much a wrap for black people in California. How we will go hard for everybody else. We will go hard for every non-black issue over our own black issues. Nipsey just has a store on Crenshaw. He just has a store. That's it. He has a store. I know exactly where the store is at. It's off of Crenshaw and Slauson. I remember that shopping center very well. Rated RJ, I'm gonna touch on that probably Monday. Is it a wrap for black people in America? Been a lot of weird shit going on this past week. You got the Bill Cosby situation. You know, Janelle Monáe, she's pansexual. You know, they treated Meek Mill like he was Nelson Mandela getting released from prison. You know, you got the Starbucks situation, them just selling out for trinkets. It's just a lot going on. Really weird. You know, you got the Kanye West situation. You know, it's just a lot of weird shit going on. A lot going on. I don't know what pansexual is. That's what I'm saying, man. Black people, we're just losing our damn mind. I'm not blaming this on full moon energy. I'm just blaming this on buffoonery. Black people are losing their damn mind. Okay, but can we get more blacks in the law enforcement so we can govern and police ourselves? I'm gonna say this: Atlanta has done a great job. I would say Atlanta is. I would say the Atlanta PD is predominantly black. Janelle says she's a pansexual. I don't know what the fuck that means. I have no clue what that means. Again, it's there's a lot of weird shit going on in the black entertainment industry, which proves why the the entertainment industry, Hollywood is we're just not a fit in it because we just float with the wind and just compromise, and we have no dignity to sell out for anything. I mean, that's what that proves. And I noticed that back when I was pursuing my entertainment career back in like 2008, 2009, when I got to when I relocated from Atlanta to LA. You know, it's no people, black people in the entertainment industry have completely compromised themselves. They have no dignity at all. They will sell out for anything. And then the black people that speak out, we talk bad about them, aka Monique. Give an example, Monique. The black people who go hard for black people in Hollywood, we blackball them. Black people. Because white daddy tells us to. So that just proves how the black entertainment industry, the entertainment industry in general, black people do not fit in, and it's not a fit for black people, period. Yeah, but man, you shouldn't have to compromise your dignity to that level. I mean, for God's sake, just the weird shit that black people get involved in Hollywood in the name of a check. And it was crazy. They end up losing it all. Like Bill Cosby, everything's gone. Michael Jackson, everything's gone. They ended up losing it completely. Only person in that industry that's doing really well, that has black people, has benefited black people, is hey, we got Nollywood. Nollywood is a black entertainment industry. The only person that's doing somewhat well from what we see in Hollywood is Brian Allen. That's it. Thank you. Terry Crews gets his nuts grabbed by another man in front of his wife, and nothing happens. Just a lot of weird shit out there. That's why it's just a rap for black people in LA. What made you stop pursuing entertainment? I couldn't. I mean, you got to think about it. I used to model, right? So number one, the entertainment industry in general, not just the modeling industry, is completely dominated and ran by homosexual men. So I'm gonna give you this particular story on why I just gave up on the shit. So I'll go on a casting call. You know, have my book with me, sit down, you sign in, and then here comes this very flamboyant man with the attitude, and you just have to suck it up. Pause, stop the show, no homo. You just have to very flamboyant, has an attitude, complete asshole, I know I make more money than him because at this time I was still in corporate America, but giving you orders, and they have this ego, like they run shit. So you sit down, you give them your book, they'll go through it. They like you, they'll give it to the agent, and all the agents are white. All the agents are white. So I remember at a specific agency, the assistant, whatever you want to call him, very flamboyant. He looked at my book, took it to the agent. I went back to see the agent, and the agent was like, "You know what, Dynas, you have a very good look. We like how you look, very good look, but we have enough people that look like you." And so I was like, I didn't understand that, because I would get that a lot in LA. We have enough people that look like you. No, I didn't go on the casting couch. No, pause. No, absolutely not. No casting couch. I should just sounded weird what I said. So no, definitely no casting couch. But so I remember the agent was like, "We have enough people that look like you," and I was told that a lot in LA. And so then I asked, "What do you mean by that?" And she pulled me in, and she was just like, "We already have enough black people on the roster." And I knew from there, I was like, "Why do black people waste their time doing this shit?" Because you got to think about it. Black models aren't getting paid that much money. They're not. So, it's just you get to a point where you're spinning your wheels where people who you're better than, okay, you're more talented than, are controlling your destiny. That's why I couldn't do it anymore. Because I'm dealing with very effeminate men, racist white. I mean, think about it. As a black heterosexual male, very strong black male, you have every day you're in an industry where you have to deal with effeminate, egotistical, flaming men and racist white people. I mean, you got to deal with that on a daily basis. Thank you. Real black heterosexual men, alpha males, like black heterosexual alpha males. Okay, I cannot take orders every day from over effeminate men with egos and racist whites. I don't understand how any alpha male could deal with that on a daily basis. I don't see how you can do it. So me going into an agency, I got to deal with the effeminate male with the, with the attitude, with the, I got to deal with a sassy man. I mean, I have to deal with a sassy man and racist white people. I mean, as an alpha male, how do you put your future? How do you put your destiny in the hands of a bunch of sassy men and racist white people? I don't see how you could do it. That's what a lot of black men are experiencing in LA or in the entertainment industry. You're dealing with a bunch of sassy yes men and racist white people. I don't see how in the hell you could do it on a daily basis. I couldn't do it anymore. I don't see how you could do it. I don't see how they could do it. Every day you got a sassy man giving you marching orders, and then a final say comes to a racist white person. That's what's going on in LA. Hella sassy men and racist white people. I couldn't do it anymore. Couldn't do it. And nothing against my gay brothers and sisters, but I couldn't do it. On a daily basis. Sassy men with attitude. I mean, just think you're a black man, alpha male, and you got to deal with a sassy man with an attitude. I couldn't deal with it. And then after you deal with the gatekeeper, the sassy man with an attitude, you got to deal with the racist white people. I could not stand it. I could not take it. I couldn't do it. I mean, that's what it is. And that's just not limited to modeling. That's just the entertainment industry in period. I'm dead serious. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny. Like, it's really healthy with Hillary. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But that's what men are subjecting themselves to. That's what a lot of alpha males are, and women too. Trust me, black women catch hell as well. Because not only do black, in fact, I'll say this, I think black women have it worse. Because not only do you have to deal with a bunch of sassy men, okay, and racist white people, you got to deal with a bunch of perverts as well, Harvey Weinsteins. So you got to deal with Harvey Weinsteins, racist white people, and a bunch of sassy yes men. That's what you have to deal with. So I said, I'm good. I'm straight. This is a waste of time. I'm going to stop pursuing this shit. And I figured out I could make a better impact doing what I'm doing now. As far as getting the information. No, I'm saying, yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, unfortunately, with the Terry Crews situation, you're all right. Men deal with it too, unfortunately. But hey, that's why I couldn't deal with Hollywood anymore. I said, I'm done. Nah, Cindy Gambian has the best show off. But yeah, but this LAPD police officer situation, him smuggling in illegal aliens, this pretty much sums up why it's a wrap for black people in LA. Because again, we will risk it all for everybody but ourselves. Risk it all. So yeah, but everybody, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us. Please come back again. Please, guys, get the likes up. Get the likes up. Please get the likes up. Please get the likes up. Get the likes up, please. But make sure you go to search for Uhuru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Also go to Africa Personified on those same platforms. Go to search for Uhuru.com. Go to AfricaPersonified.Africa. Go to DynastyMirror.com and go to Amazon.com. Search your name, Dynasty Mirror. Please buy a book. But yes, again, you know, black people are being sold out on the West Coast. Sold out. Let me show you this real quick. Hold on one second. Let me pull up one more. Let me pull this up real quick. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me show this to you guys real quick. Give me 1 second, you guys. I just want to pull up one more video for you guys. Let me show you how full of shit the likes of Maxine Waters, and here goes Angela Rye right here. How full of shit they are. Hold on 1 second. I want you guys to hear this shit right here.
About who's the biggest, who's the baddest, who's got the biggest gun. This president keeps edging that on. Yeah. You know, he's a bully. He has a bully mentality. He's over there whose gun is the biggest. And that's what you hear. This arms race is just mounting. We need someone in the presidency who not only has good sense, but understands diplomacy and understands what we need to do to have peace in this world so that we can all look forward to the possibility that we're someday gonna have a world that's about peace and justice and respect for individual liberty. And so that's what that's all about.
That's your stump speech for 2020.
That's kind of
I think that's Angela Rye. Angela Ray. I think that's her. Looks like her.
Is she running? Is she running?
The National Coalition of Blacks for Reparations in America. In Cobra.
In Cobra. Shout out to In Cobra.
The global reparations movement is advancing mightily on the planet. Our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean are suing the nations of Europe that had involvement in the enslavement of the Caribbean. In Europe, our brothers and sisters in London are crafting legislation. On the continent of Africa, we understand that there will be a major reparations conference in 2019, 2020. Here in America, the only federal legislation, federal push to have this country redress the crimes against African people has been H.R. 40. And now that Congressman Conyers is no longer there, we need someone to stand up and push this legislation forward. You have historically been a supporter of this legislation. We ask that you co-sponsor now, and not only co-sponsor, become an active co-sponsor. You have a relationship with the millennial, as Auntie Maxine, that no other congressperson has. And we're in Congress, personally, right now today, asking you to become more active in the role to push H.R. 40.
All right, let's listen to Maxine Waters' response. Now, Maxine Waters been in office, what, 30 years now, and hasn't done shit towards reparations. But let's listen to the response.
I'll be happy to do that. That's no problem.
So it took Maxine Waters 30 years to agree to support reparations, but there's a catch. Of course, there's a catch.
That's no problem.
After 30 years in office, and I'm pretty sure this is not the first time somebody's brought up reparations to Maxine Waters. All of a sudden now she's down and wants to support reparations. But again, there's a catch. Here we go.
But let me tell you this. In order to get where we need to go on this issue and other issues, we've really got to understand that 2018 is important to taking back the House and to—
Hold on. Now, again, I know Democrats have had the House. I know Democrats have been in power. Now, see, they had no issue with co-signing the damn, what was it, the 94 crime bill? But damn, all this time we've been in power. Well, not we, but Democrats have been in power. You've had the Black Caucus. Okay, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Has the Black Caucus ever brought up reparations and really pushed it? But all of a sudden now, Maxine saying, hey, if you vote for me in 2018, I'll maybe give you guys a shout out for reparations. I might. But they haven't done it. They have not done it all this time. Her, John Lewis. They have not pushed the reparations agenda, but all of a sudden, it's important because she needs those votes. She needs those votes.
Taken back the Senate. And of course, we've got to get the White House. If we want to get to the point where we can get reparations, we've got to have the power to do that. Number one, by having a supportive president would be wonderful.
Now, we have Barack Obama in office for 8 years, y'all's favorite Black first president. And you're trying to tell me that that was not the opportune time to push for reparations? We had a Black president in office for 8 years. And now Maxine Waters was to tell you that those past 8 years when Barack Obama was in office, that wasn't the perfect time to push for reparations?
But taking back the House would be absolutely wonderful. And so, yes, I'm Maxine Waters. I am a progressive. I am a liberal. I am someone who is willing to—
Now, Black people in Los Angeles, California, who's watching this, how has Maxine Waters' progressiveness and liberalism benefited you guys? Maybe after the LA riots a little bit, immediately after. But please tell me how Maxine Waters' progressiveness and liberalism, how that has benefited the Black agenda in LA.
To step way outside of the box in order to do what America has not done.
Now she wants to step outside the box because they're losing. At all this time she's been in office, now she wants to step outside the box. They went hard for LGBTQ rights. That was stepping outside the box. But I guess that was more important than reparations. You know, sanctuary city status is stepping outside the box, but again, it's more important than reparations. But now all of a sudden, she wants to tell you guys it's time to step outside the box. But the 8 years Barack Obama was in office, our black president, I guess that wasn't outside the box enough to push for reparations.
But let's understand, I need y'all to register and vote. I need to take back that house so that we can have a majority in the committee. I am the ranking member of the Financial Services Committee that oversees Wall Street and HUD and all of that. And by the way, we're gonna take care of Ben Carson too.
I don't know if you guys, I don't understand why you guys even waste your time with this shit. Maxine Waters. Maxine fucking Waters. Exactly. When Obama was in office and our people were getting murdered by the police, he signed a was it Protect the Blue Law, protect the police, a bill to protect the police, protect the police. Was it a Blue Lives Matter law? For God's sake. Goodness, don't fall for this shit. Hell no. Do you think President Kamala Harris would do reparations? Fuck no. Nor Cory Booker. Guys, I'm going to say this right now. And I know you guys are going to hate what I have to say, what I'm about to say. Then I got to get out of here. I know you guys are going to hate it. And that's fine. You can hate me. That's all right. If Kamala Harris, put it like, okay, let me step back for a second. If Bernie Sanders doesn't run, and if Kamala Harris or Cory Booker they're the best that the Democrat, that DNC could bring to the table when this 2020 election comes up, you might as well just give Trump the presidency. You might as well give it to him. Might as well. You might as well. Really? Nah, Kamala Harris, she's East Indian. Nah, she's mixed. She's black and white. She's black and white. Yeah, but see, but Charles, that's an issue that black politicians should be addressing. That's the point I'm trying to make. Same thing here in Atlanta. I mean, for some odd reason, Charles, educated black people, you look at their resumes, degrees, jobs, income, will match their white counterparts. But if you put all these educated black people in a neighborhood, for some reason, the property values go down, but the white counterparts go up. And black politicians don't want to address this. That's an issue. So things like that, they refuse to address. But when it comes to sanctuary city status, boy, and smuggling in non-black illegal aliens, boy, they will go hardcore. But anyways, people, I got to get out of here. I got to roll. Please subscribe. If you're new to the platform, please like, please share. Peace.